I have a secret. It's about my sponsor, GamesGrabber. If you follow my profile on GamesGrabber, then you can look at my lists of collections of games, amiibo, camera equipment. If you purchase that stuff from my links, that supports me. So, also, if you follow me on GamesGrabber, we can send messages back and forth, and you can be notified. You know, when you grab things, when I message you back, things like that. So, it's really cool. The link's in the description, by the way. I gotta go. I'm being hunted down about something. I don't know what, but it's gonna be bad. Bye.
Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality. This top 10 intro is brought to you by VectorStar Productions. Before we get started, if you're a competitive Melee player, just keep in mind that I'm not. This list is based off of how much I personally struggle with these event matches. This list is not popularity based, so there may be some event matches you find easy that I don't, and vice versa. So without further ado, let's go! Number 10! Everyone has a dark side. Link has two. Link's adventure pays homage to The Legend of Zelda 2 on the NES for this event match. The goal is simple, defeat Dark Link. We both have 2 lives and we play on Hyrule Temple. Now, this is one of the earlier event matches to complete, and I really noticed a large difficulty spike. Dark Link is very aggressive, and I always have the hardest time getting a hit on him. Now, I don't play as Link at all, and since I'm forced to play as him, I struggle a lot. For people that do main Link, this event match was probably a treat, but it was just a trick for me. Thankfully, since we are playing on Temple, moving the fight down to the bottom area makes surviving a lot easier. Granted, it's a lot harder to get a KO on Dark Link from the bottom, but this is the only strategy that I figured out for beating this event match. Also, items. I use all the items to my advantage here. Again, competitive Melee players, I don't know why you're still watching this if you are. Go watch Omnier Zero's YouTube stuff if you want competitive Smash videos. Number 9! Young Link vs. Link. How can you fight yourself? In case you didn't notice, I'll be reading the taglines for all the event matches because why not? But anyway, both you and Adult Link have 3 lives and fight on the Great Bay. Now you may be wondering, NB, this event match is practically the same as Link's adventure. While there are a lot of similarities, this match is slightly lower on this list because Link seems to be a bit more aggressive than Dark Link, and we're playing on a stage where it's very easy to die. I can't tell you how many times I've been getting destroyed, and then young Link bounces off the bottom of the top platform and falls to the ocean floor. You know what would be cool? Imagine that you get launched to the bottom where the turtle usually is, then as you're falling and near the bottom of the blast zone, the turtle comes up and saves you. Wait, can that happen? Probably not, I'm not sure. That would be hype though. Number 8. These Pokemon are pals, but not with you. Alright, so there's a Pikachu and 2 Pichus. The goal is to kill both of the Pichus to win while Pikachu guards them. For some reason, we fight on Dreamland and not an actual Pokemon stage. But anyway, we have 2 lives to do it, and we can pick any character we want. This may sound simple, but goddamn, Pikachu must have chugged a 12-pack of Red Bull or something. He is all over the place. Pikachu is so aggressive that I struggle just getting even a simple hit on one of the Pichus. What's worse is that even if you kill Pikachu, he just respawns, so there's no point in even trying to hurt him. Thankfully, the Pichus don't really do much. They kind of just stand there, and they might attack you if you get close. This event is so high on the list simply because we have 2 lives, but man is it tough regardless. It always seems like Pikachu is the first to grab an item, and he just manages to kill me so quickly. I have to wonder if the game changed some settings so I would die at lower percents, because it certainly feels like it. Number 7. Master Hand's the right hand, now meet the left. Now I can imagine some of you might be thinking, what? This event match is so hard! What you talking about, Willis? Well, for those of you that don't really fight the bosses, this can be an incredibly tough event match to get through. For me though, I've played Classic Mode hundreds and hundreds of times, so I already know all of Master Hand and Crazy Hand's patterns by heart. Now that doesn't mean I always react in time to their patterns, but in general I know what I need to do to avoid their attacks. We're given 1 life, we can pick our own character, and both hands are at 300 HP. The strategy that I've found works really well is to focus on taking out 1 hand at a time. It doesn't really matter which hand you go for, but I like to go for Crazy Hand first just because I find its attacks to be a bit harder to avoid. Once you knock out one of the hands, the whole event gets 10 times easier, so that's why this is so high up on my list. I do have to say though, getting hit just once can easily lead to being combo food, so you have to be really cautious and play defensively.
Number 6.
Don't waste your time battling Zelda, and the tagline is so right. For the first 15 seconds, you need to avoid Zelda and her attacks, and after that, Mewtwo spawns in. The goal is to simply KO Mewtwo, but if you KO Zelda by accident, you'll lose this event entirely. This is another one of those matches where it may not sound that difficult, but both of the computers are insanely aggressive. I find that a lot of times, I win this event match because Mewtwo makes a dumb mistake. Thankfully, items are on to help you, and you can pick your own character, but it's still really difficult. What is with Zelda and Mewtwo teaming up though? That seems like a really strange combination. Is it because they both have powers? I don't know. Tell me below if you'd like, but it's just kind of strange to me.
Number 5.
Giga Bowser, Mewtwo, and Ganondorf unite! And here's another event match that you might have expected in the top 3 or 2. The main goal is to defeat everyone. You get to pick your own character, and we all have 3 lives. Just looking at this may be intimidating, but just know that even the smallest things can help. And I mean that literally. If you can play as Jigglypuff well, then this event will be easy as key lime pie. I've never had key lime pie. It sounds disgusting, but I do love the You'll Play yogurt flavor. Anyway, since Giga Bowser is such a huge target, using Jigglypuff's rest move will really pack a punch. Simply rest on Giga Bowser 2 times and he will be KO'd. So when you do finish him off, you'll notice that Mewtwo and Ganondorf aren't all that challenging. Now, if you don't know how to play Jigglypuff, you'll probably lose to this event after defeating Giga Bowser because you'll get wrecked by Mewtwo and Ganondorf. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. Maybe there's even better strats that I just don't know of. Also, I don't understand how anyone could possibly beat this without Jigglypuff unless you're a super pro or something.
Number 4.
Adventures head for Earth. Ness is the welcome wagon. Well, get me off this wagon. I hate this event match. I've always found this one incredibly interesting. So you play as Ness and you have to take out Samus, Kirby, Fox, Captain Falcon, and Falco. You have 1 life to do this. For the first 3 fighters, you start on 4 side, but for the last 2, you move to Battlefield. Now, what makes this match so strange is that the difficulty in the computer starts low and gradually moves up as you KO each character. I've never seen an event match do that before. Generally, the computers all play on the same difficulty level. So, Ness and Kirby are really easy to take out. Fox is also easy, but he'll actually start to attack you more aggressively. Now when you have to take out Captain Falcon and Falco, this is where the event match gets hard. Odds are, you've taken a bit of a beating from Kirby and Fox, and now you have to take out harder computers on a smaller stage. My playstyle has to change drastically throughout the whole event, and that's not something I usually have to do for event matches. It always seems like I end up dying when I get to Captain Falcon or Falco, because usually all they need are 1 to 3 good hits on me and I'm toast. There are items to help, but you're better off just focusing on the fight. I'm not sure if anyone else finds this event match unusually hard like I do, but I'm not a fan, that's for sure.
Number 3.
Dr. Mario, Falco, Ganondorf, Roy, Young Link, and Pichu. This is the final all-star event match, and it's definitely the hardest one. Here we're given 2 lives and 4 minutes to take out 6 characters. This is a dastardly deed to be done. The computers are rather difficult as expected, and it always seems like I lose my first life by the time I get to Pichu, and that's not good because I still have him and 3 more characters to KO. Usually if I try spacing out my opponent, I can KO them without taking that much damage, but that's time consuming and I don't got all day, I have 4 minutes. Think about that. I'm supposed to knock out 1 character every 30 seconds. That is just absurd. When fighting Roy, you fight on freaking Hyrule Temple, and you need to kill him in less than a minute. That's bull because the stage is huge. The only reason this isn't number 2 or 1 on this list is because you do have 2 lives, so I guess you could say it's somewhat forgiving in that department.
Number 2.
The cast of the classic NES titles are raring to go. I'm not raring to go. Wait, how do you say that? Roaring? With your own character, you have to take out Mario, Luigi, and Peach on the Mushroom Kingdom 2 stage, and everyone has 2 lives. This may sound simple enough, but holy crap, the computers are infuriating. It seems like all they do is gang up on me, use their fastest attacks so I can't move, and then they knock me down to the pit and I bounce off the walls 50 times so I can't get back up to recover. I feel like this event match wouldn't be that difficult if we weren't playing on such a bad stage. Now, I know some people really like the stage, and I can see why. It looks really cool, Birdo makes an appearance, and the music is really nice. That doesn't mean it's playable with 4 characters though. The only time I see the computers die is when they bonk off one of the walls too many times by accident. But now, we've gone through what seems to be all the hardest event matches. What could numero uno possibly be? And now, the number one hardest Super Smash Bros. Melee event match. Are routine physicals supposed to hurt this much? I don't think it is, but it really does. So we're playing on Yoshi's Story, I'm forced to play as Luigi, and the goal is to simply KO Dr. Mario and Peach. Oh my goodness, these computers are the most difficult and in-your-face compared to anything I've ever seen before. All that seems to happen is that I get hit once, then I'm wombo comboed about 80 times between Peach and Dr. Mario, and I'm blown away to smithereens. This does not at all seem like an event match that would be hard, and maybe it isn't for some of you. For me though, I just can't get through it. The only way I've ever won is because both Dr. Mario and Peach make dumb mistakes and suicide by accident. I think for Luigi mains, this event match would be easier, but I'm not a Luigi main, so the struggle is real. Pepe, I need your help, man. Also, like or dislike this video, that'd be really hip. Leave a comment and tell me what you think the hardest event matches in Melee are and why. Hop on the Bandy Wagon and follow my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Tumblr. Thank you guys and gals a bunch for watching, and I wish for you to have a wonderful day. Are you using a hall pass to watch YouTube videos outside of class? You're a naughty boy or girl. Well, let me tell you what, if you're gonna keep being bad, go ahead and watch the top 10 unique Smash Bros. Melee stages, maybe even the top 10 worst Smash Bros. Melee stages, both related to this video. Holy crap, an LP of Super Mario Maker! Woo, that's a great game. You should get it if you don't have it. So yeah, bye-bye.